G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's very different video on YouTube. I just came back from college, obviously, and yeah, it's pretty much interesting that I'm going to be continuing on the theme of certain videos, or certain YouTubers I seem to look at on my YouTube channel, and it's going to be a continuation of where I left off, really, because really, for what I've just talked about, it's kind of interesting to know that, yeah. So yes, I'm going to be continuing on several YouTubers, some YouTubers that I've decided, hey, you know, you've actually inspired my YouTube channel, and I might as well just show everybody some of the people who actually got, involved. And really, I haven't got that many YouTube video ideas because I might also put up, it's going to be a bit of a random video, you know, obviously there's the big question that's begging around here, when am I going to be doing toy reviews? Sometime this March. And obviously, you know, it's going to be a very simple answer, and you'll find out by the time I end this video. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab the webcam, and let's meet up with this guy. This is Alan Becker, who is of course one animator type guy on YouTube. He's actually very famous for the Animator vs. Animation series. Very amazing, actually. Quite an amazing series of little stick figure type animations. He uses like Adobe Animate, I think it's called, or Adobe Flash, if you remember calling it back in the good old days. Macromedia Flash, that's the little software that you use to do some very good tweening and animating on YouTube. He also has got a tutorials video on YouTube. Oh my god. Now I'm just scrolling around at all of his different content. Oh, I remember watching this. And so is that too. Do you remember watching this? I did. I almost completely forgot about this YouTube channel, and this YouTuber has actually inspired me to do some very amazing yet radical types of animations. If I scroll down, he's got lots and lots of animated content, especially animation versus Minecraft. Especially at the time when Minecraft was at its very big peak somehow, and you know, I did heavily got into animation. I did heavily decide to get into animation, but it took like years to actually study and how I can replicate his animations and stuff. Oh wow, animation versus Pokemon. That's a great animation, of course. Beautiful. And oh my goodness, animation versus Super Mario Brothers. That's a great. Oh my god, he's got a Nintendo Switch and a drawing tablet. That's nice. And oh my god, some of his animations look really sick, like the animation versus Minecraft series. I love those. I don't think I've ever watched his content yet, still, because I'm still moving away from other stuff and whatnot. And really, by the meanings of it, oh my goodness, animation versus physics. That's very good somehow for a nice little short. And to actually prove that I've become a bit of an animator. No, not this. I'm going to go into community. Hang on a second. Is that Charlie Bit My Finger? Oh my god. That video. Who remembers watching this video on YouTube? The golden age of YouTube. Who remembers watching Charlie Bit My Finger? Who remembers watching that? That was the good old days on YouTube. Not like bloody today. Everything is all just stupid. Yeah, obviously he also has got a tutorial channel, I think he's got. Some of what I can remember, there's Minecraft, there's also clips, and there's also the tutorials YouTube channel that he's also got. And I actually did learn most, if not all, of the stuff from him because, well, I didn't know how to really animate. Well, instead of using Flash, and using Microsoft Paint was a much more cheaper solution than just, you know, using Flash, because all you can just get a free try on it, but then you have to pay if you want to go ahead and use Adobe Flash. Somehow that's very much impossible to use a lot, obviously, with Adobe Flash and Adobe Animate, but you know, it's something. Anyways, let's move on to another YouTuber who I think has been relatively very well influential during the pandemic, and it was this guy here. It was Jimmy Davis. Now, just to be very warning, just to warn you guys, I know this person makes one of the greatest content on YouTube, and this was one person I used to remember heavily watching on YouTube back when the pandemic was a big thing, and it was Jimmy Davis. He is very much well known for his YouTube poop content, which are bizarre videos being uploaded, you know, very much trendy back then in the late 2000s when YouTube was gold, and other whatnot, of course. You know, I used to remember watching several different YouTube poop videos. Now I'm just going to be very careful where I scroll downwards up to Avis, because they may contain some very inappropriate and very nasty and gnarly content, so I'm being very careful, especially when they have swears. Oh, sorry, that wasn't meant to happen. Should have just covered that, but his content is great. He makes one of the greatest amounts of YouTube poop type videos on YouTube. And I mean, he's not the first, but he does one of the most elaborate YouTube poop videos, and also the funniest, along with several other YouTube poop related channels I could really name. And I mean, if I go to home, there's actually quite a large community of YouTube poop videos. But I don't want to go ahead and continue here, because it may start to end up a bit raunchy, because I do know that YouTube poops are fun, but at the same time they can be a bit very dangerously inappropriate, because they may contain swearing, some of it can be a bit anti-Semitic, some of it may have some racist, discriminational bits onto it. Of course, there's another, all these negative attributes that YouTube tends to really steer clear of. Obviously that's, you know, have to really think about the guidelines that YouTube is obviously talking about. I'm going to have to close these tabs here, because obviously it's taking up a bit of space. But then, you know, obviously I've got none of several things to say, but let me just finish off with something here. Obviously, because, you know, I've been thinking about when am I going to be doing toy reviews, and the last time I did a toy review, which I think it was back in February of 2024, when I did a monkey-related toy, I think it was a flipper origami one, which featured the silver monkeys I did back in February of 2024, and although it did delay my process of making the animation, it still was a really great way to do stuff. And of course, yes, I will also keep on track that as I'm doing the animation, along with toy reviews, I'm also going to finish and focus on the delayed upload videos on YouTube that I've been waiting after November of 2023, when I have to accidentally fly back to Malaysia just because of the situation that my dad's mother was suffering from, and that was her chest. And unfortunately, she passed away. But yet again, the story continues, yada yada yada. Who knows, I might go back to Malaysia again and cause another riffraff. I don't know, for my YouTube channel, but not really much so for my vacation. And really, I do sort of miss doing arts and crafts, but also continuing on making and finishing off some of the delayed upload videos on YouTube. But there's also one more thing I've also got to really tell you guys. I've got 2 weeks to go, but with those 2 weeks, I've got exams. Okay, so just to let you know that I've actually, you know, been told that about 2 weeks' time, I'm doing something related to art and digital art. Next week, it's going to be art, so it's going to be basically a GCSE exam type thing. So my hands are relatively dry, so I think I've got a bit of eczema on my skin. I've got this nice lotion with me, so that it can help me moisturize my skin, without making it too dry and too moist at the same time. So yes, I know that I've got exams 2 weeks time, one for art and the other one for digital art, which is, I believe, the very last week of my time at college. And really, one thing I could really say is that although it's going to be a bit of a relief on just doing various stuff on the computer, like animating and all, of course, yes, with these 2 weeks, it might be great, but it might actually change. Oh, sorry, pardon me. Okay, it may change the health and possibly change the mood on how am I going to be like. It may change the effect on how I'm going to be like when the exams are going to be, you know, operating in a sense, or in this case, starting in a sense. So it does kind of make me ring the bell. Like when the exams start, it may sort of change the mood on how I'm feeling. Like, if it gets overwhelming, well, it doesn't end up good, it ends up bad, but, you know, that's the sort of thing I'm just trying to be very self-aware of. If you want to see more stuff, please do give this video a like, and as always, if you really enjoyed this video, do so, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and once again, like the video. That's what I was meant to say here. And actually, just to finish the whole video in a very positive way, I'm going to show you how bright and sunny it is, because we are just approaching springtime, and actually there's a bit of life going on here, and it's so beautiful outside. So obviously I think that's going to be about it in this video on YouTube. So I'm just looking outside here. Obviously I might as well go ahead and grab the webcam without being too, obnoxious in a sense. Oh my god, look how gorgeous the sunshine it is. Just so beautiful. And there's a car driving past by. Oh my goodness, and you see the daffodils. They're so beautiful. Oh my god, they're just so amazing. And if I show you where my finger is, there it is. Let me just show it to you again. That's where the daffodils are. And then right on that section there's more flowers here, and on the other aisle there are more daffodils. How awesome is that for the start of springtime? Although, with that being said, we've already gone through a very cold start to March. That's something that we really don't want. Obviously we've got a wood pigeon outside. I think, is that a crow at the distance? I can't really remember. So, I better leave the video here, or else I get it pretty much too overloaded with stuff that is out of context, obviously. Sorry I can't talk well. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye for now. And I'll keep on track on my animation too. Bye now.